is the short division, right?
Yeah.
So you can be super quick in your math classes to come. So 5 into 68. This is an easy one, but it's good to start easy. So 5 goes into 6 how many times?
1 time.
1. And 1 times 5 is 5, so the remainder is 1, right? Because 6 minus 5 is 1. So you put the 1 right there. Yeah, so that becomes 18. Now you say 5 divided into 18 is 3. And 5 times 3 is 15, right? So you could do a 0, and the remainder is 3, right? So it's 5 into 30 is 6.
I think this is trying to use like 61, 83. That's what I'm doing, yeah.
Yeah, no. You've already done 60. Because look at it the long way. If we did it the long way, oops, that didn't work. If we did it the long way, you would do 5 goes into 6 once, and you just multiply and put the 5 here, and you subtract and you get a 1. And I'm just saying, and then you bring the 8 down, right? So here's your 18. Right? And so then you do 5 into 18 is 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. And you subtract. Whoa! That was weird. You subtract and you get a 3. Now from here you could use benchmark fractions too. Some of you might have said, well, that's 13 and 3/5, and I know 3/5 is 0.6. That's also a really good habit. If you recognize your remainder over divisor as a benchmark fraction, it's quick. I mean, I do that with my 6th graders all the time. It's easier for them. But in this case, it defeats the point of learning this problem. So then you would have normally had a 30 here, right? So here's your 30. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, let's do the next one. So you're basically putting the 4 here, right? 4 goes into 12 how many times? 3. Evenly, so there's no remainder, so now you just do 4 into 7. 1. What's the remainder?
3.
So 4 into 33. 8. And what's the remainder? 1, so we have to put it. So if the remainder is 1, you could do 1 over 4, which is 0.25. Or you could put a 1 here. 4 goes into 10. 2. And the remainder is, so you have to put the 2 here. 4 goes into 25.
Oh,
It would have made no sense to you. And even when you're young, just the dexterity alone of putting little numbers in, it wouldn't have been, it's not good to do when you're little. It's just, you have to have a lot of comfort with division before you do that. So it seems like they should have told you now, but let's do this one here. So 3 into 325. Okay, so 3 goes into 3
1 time.
once, no remainder, right? How about 3 into 2? 0. What's the remainder?
2.
So 25. 3 into 25? 8. What's the remainder? 1. So to be the benchmark fraction 1/3, right?
Yes.
So we should get 108.3 repeating.
I got 108.2.
So put the decimal. Remember your remainder was 1. 3 into 10?
3.
3. What's the remainder?
1.
3 into 10?
3.
3. So it just keeps repeating. Personally, a lot of times once I recognize this benchmark fraction, I don't add the decimal 00. I just put the benchmark fraction down.
3 times 108 is 324, isn't it?
But it's 3 times 108.3 repeating.
I know, but...
So it's 3 times 108 1/3. So that's good practice, right? Because that was our last test. 108 1/3 is 325 over 3, right?
I just did the basic added.
Okay. Adam? Okay, so let's do this one. Here's another benchmark fraction. Who knows what 1/6 is as a fraction? What is it, Xander? 0.16 with the 6 repeating, right? So let's see how that comes into play, if it comes into play here. It doesn't? It goes in evenly?
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
Because it doesn't go.
There's a way to tell. Because if you add the digits of 9 plus 2 plus 4, that's 11, 15, right? 15 total. 3 goes into 15, and it's even, which means 6 goes into it. Okay? So, you guys face in the back there, Connor. Everybody, turn around. This is a class activity here. Looks. But 924 is even. Right?
Okay,
So
it
6.
has to be that the actual number is even.
The number has to be even, and it has to be a multiple of 3 for 6 to go into it.
Okay.
So 6 goes into 9 how many times? Once. What's the remainder?
3.
6 goes into 32. 5. What's the remainder? 6 goes into 24.
4.
That's your answer. Isn't that nice? Okay, so.